Welcome back to Good Day. As the world becomes increasingly digital, the Global Day of Unplugging offers a reminder of the importance of disconnecting once in a while.
And with studies showing that excessive screen time is linked to higher rates of anxiety and depression, this day encourages individuals to take a 24-hour break from technology.
Here with us to discuss the benefits of unplugging, like improved mental health and stronger personal connections, we've got the Medical Director of Behavioral Health with Priority Health, Dr. Charletta Dennis. Good morning. Welcome back, Dr. Dennis.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's always good to see you, and we love talking about all of these topics with you, but this is a good one for a lot of different reasons. Talk to us about Global Unplugging Day.
Global Unplugging Day is celebrated yearly from sundown to sundown, March 7th through March 8th. This is an opportunity to take a 24-hour period to disconnect from devices. Disconnect from your cell phone, disconnect from the television, disconnect from the radio, and connect with family and friends. This day promotes interactions, personal interactions with one another, and offline activities. You know, Americans spend about 7 hours per day in front of the screen. So a time to disconnect will give you an opportunity to have better relationships, better insights, and other activities other than sitting in front of the screen all day.
Do you think this is something that people really struggle with? Like, I know it's only a 24-hour period, but I can imagine.
It seems really hard sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, like 24 hours doesn't seem long, but it is when you aren't picking up your phone every 10 minutes.
Absolutely. Everything is at our fingertips. We go to our phones or the internet for everything. Whatever question you have, you pick up your phone to answer it. And it's very easy for us to disconnect with one another when we have devices that are at our fingertips.
You had mentioned that most people are on their device an average of 7 hours a day. This is like the one time I'm embarrassed to be above average, I think is what we'd say with that, because it feels like just constant, especially doing our morning newscast.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always there just for any number of reasons, seeing what we're missing and making sure we're staying on top of stuff. But phone calls with friends, a text, anytime your phone buzzes, we're looking at it. How important is it to, try to break that cycle?
It's very important. Studies have shown that when you isolate or when you use the majority of your time in front of a screen, you are disconnected. When you're disconnected, this could lead to things like depression and anxiety and loneliness. And in 2023, loneliness was actually, and it was labeled an epidemic because there were so many people who were isolated and felt lonely. So you want to make sure that you're not spending your time, the majority of your time in front of the screen.
So when we talk about this day of unplugging, getting into the logistics, what does that mean? Does that mean can people still, if they want to partake in it, can you still send a text, a phone call? Are we talking more about social media? And what do we classify when we're talking about unplugging?
Unplugging means taking a break to consciously make sure that you're separating yourself from things that keep you away from others. So you want to do things like turn your notifications off. You want to make sure that you're setting times specifically to review what you need to. We're not saying don't do the things that are critical for your daily life. If you work at night or if you work remotely, you want to make sure that you're doing the things that you need to do, but consciously take time away from the screen so that you can reconnect and do things other than be in front of the screen.
I really like this concept because, funny enough, I did this a couple months ago where I deleted all the social media apps off of my phone. And so I would only check Instagram, Facebook on my laptop because I'm like, okay, I still have it if I need to access it. For our job, we need to stay in the loop. But the amount of times I would pick up my phone and go to click on the app or go to find it, and I'm like, why am I even on my phone? I'm not even on my phone to do anything. I'm just on there to go scroll or deleting TikTok off my phone. It's just so interesting, and it makes you really realize, is this an addiction? Can you classify a phone as an addiction?
You really can. There is a such thing as digital addiction. And when things interfere with your social or occupational functioning, that can be considered a disorder. So, yes, you want to track the time that you are spending on your phone or on social media. You would be very surprised. We say the average amount of time is 7 hours a day, but it may be higher if you take the time to just really track what you're doing. You may find out that you're spending way more hours than you really need to in front of the screen.
Yeah.
And that's not even tracking maybe if you're watching a TV show and you come home from work and like on your laptop
that
while
other
you're
stuff.
on your phone. There's so many different things.
You count double for those.
Yeah.
20 seconds left, Dr. Dennis here, but if you miss it this week, it doesn't mean you can't try again later, or even maybe take baby steps. Just put it away for a couple hours at dinner so you're engaged with your family and whatnot. There are other ways to just at least start trying to do this.
Absolutely. Baby steps. Plan a time to say, hey, no social media, no phone, no television. Do it for at least 1 hour per day and have it progress as you progress.
And Bill needs to start now because
Yeah.
he's on his phone right
Oh,
now.
sorry, we're still going?
He's just making the point clear that
Yeah. Pay
it's
attention.
okay to
Zone in here, people.
being vulnerable and with your addiction of your phone,
No,
take charge.
Be a little more open and honest about
Make
the
change.
realities of life.
Yes, exactly.
Dr.
exactly.
Dennis, thank you so much. Always good to see you and appreciate having you on the show.
Thanks for having me. Have a good day, folks.
Thank you.